Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, presently, the Australian dollar still remains in a negative bias in terms of the fact that the market is still contained by the 71, 80, 90 resistance. However, there is a little bit of a slight change when it comes to the MACD and the RSI in terms that it's attempting to restore the upside potential, but there's still a lot of work to do, as I mentioned, to clearing these two topside levels. With the RBA rate decision getting closer, which is on the 3rd of November, Tuesday at 2:30 that is, for the announcement. We also have on the 3rd of November the presidential US election. So no doubt in towards this coming days, the market will probably start picking up momentum and may see a little bit of volatility in terms of a bit of noise as we get closer towards those dates. I still believe from the technical outlook that the fact is that we're still contained by the top side of 71, 80, 90 or 80 figure. And I do anticipate a move down towards 70 cents and eventually lower. But there is still a few hurdles on the way down as there is on the way up. But bias is still, for a broader picture, that is from the weeklies, holding to a negative bias. As the primary directive, primary assessment that is, to the trend, it's still negative. The euro failed to make any significant moves overnight and still contained within the 117.60-80 region and the top side around 118.80. I do believe that while 75.85 is capped on the top side here around 118, that we should see further pressure. And the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, still close to that figure area on 93, and therefore could see further risk on strength of the US dollar for the greenback and see the market slide further to the euro and eventually take on the challenge towards this level around the 117 highs. Dollar yen start going sideways, and so are the technicals, but maintaining a negative bias. I still feel that we are looking down towards the 104 region and limited towards the upside. The pound is getting closer towards its support line, seen around about 129.70-80. A break beneath there will give us scope towards 128.70-80, and with the technical assessment slightly breaking down, does give further influence that a bearish outcome should emerge. Little to say for sterling yen, as this cross is going sideways, but still contained by the 138 level. And I still feel the downside risk is maintaining the vulnerable side. Gold edging sideways just above that 1,900 level. Little to say other than the fact is the vulnerability is still likely to be on the downside and still likely to see a little bit of sideways pressure. But overall, we should see eventually a test down towards that 83 level. Wrapping up with oil, the market took another plummet. In the last 2 days, it lost 6%. It is assessed that we could see one more down test towards that 38 level before any demand likely to emerge back for this market. That wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look after the intraday report. Maybe enjoy the rest of the day.